welcome to the show. We're here today with Cassie and Scott Pierce of Buffalo Mountain Kombucha, and I'm really excited about this. This is one of my new favorite treats, so I'm really excited to talk with them and learn more about them and more about kombucha and how that whole process happens. So welcome to the show, Scott and Cassie. Thanks so much for having us here.
Thank you.
So I'm going to dive right in. I read a little bit on your website that this wasn't always your first genre in life, that you all did some corporate America kind of work. So tell me, how do you get from corporate America life to making kombucha?
Well, I worked for a major paint manufacturer for about 15 years. And it took us all throughout North Carolina, and we ended up in Greensboro. And I was just finding that there wasn't a fit. Things weren't working out for us and the family. We were living a typical suburban life, but things just weren't clicking for us. So a friend of ours that was in Greensboro would come up here on the weekends and tell us all about this amazing paradise called Floyd.
Yes.
So we took a weekend trip up here to visit Floyd, and we just fell in love. And at that moment, we knew that everything kind of clicked into place. So we kind of threw ourselves to the wind. I quit my job, cashed in our 401k. We started building a house up here, a yurt actually, that is still under construction after 2 years.
Okay.
It's an ongoing process, but then we really didn't have any idea of what we were going to do as far as a business goes. So one day we just kind of sat around and
we actually had a friend visiting us from Cleveland, one of Scott's childhood friends, and we lived in an old farmhouse as we built our yurt. He came up and he brought his kombucha that he was brewing, and we were also brewing kombucha. We were buying it commercially, we enjoyed it so much, and we knew that it was fairly easy to brew, so we decided to brew our own. So we were comparing our kombucha with his kombucha, and just talking about kombucha and the benefits and how it's helped us. And it just really was a lightning bolt at that moment. It was nighttime. It was winter, probably February, and we're all sitting around the farmhouse in front of the wood stove, and we said, let's start a kombuchery. Now, I think we made that word up. I'm pretty sure that word does not exist in the dictionary. That is pending. We should get
a patent on it. Yes, kombuchery, it just brings up all sorts of warm, fuzzy feelings for me.
It does.
Yeah.
And the next day, every step we took was toward this goal.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Very nice. And so, how long have you been in the kombuchery business now?
That was February 2012.
Okay.
And so the very next day, we started the business. Essentially, we became an LLC in March 2012, and we've been selling ever since.
Awesome. Yeah. It's the joy of being here. Things just kind of happen. Your story
is. And you know, when you're doing the right thing and you're aligned, things tend to fall into place.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, all right. So tell me, what is kombucha? I love it. I'm still not sure what it is, but tell me, what is kombucha?
Well, kombucha, it's a fermented tea. It's been around for thousands of years. Roots start over in Asia. There's a little discrepancy on Mongolia, Russia, Middle East, China.
Okay.
But anyways, it's been brewed over there for thousands of years. And what it is it's a sweetened tea that we add a live culture to, and then it ferments to create probiotics, organic acids and amino acids.
It contains lots of B vitamins, glucosamines, gluconic acids, lots of antioxidants. The tea we use, a yerba mate tea, it also contains 11 polyphenols.
Okay. You're making some really healthy, good tasting
stuff
here.
Theobromine, lots of good stuff.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. And so what is kombucha good for? Like, it's got lots of good stuff in it. I mean,
because of all the probiotics, obviously it's great for digestion.
Yes.
It helps aid the digestion process. The more you drink, the more you really notice the benefits of the digestion.
Yeah, it's high in probiotics, so it boosts your immune system. But as Cassie was saying, it replenishes the live flora within your digestive tract, which a lot of us normally use due to the type of diets that a standard American diet is, eating processed foods, fast foods. So right there it aids in that aspect. It also helps detoxify the liver and the kidneys in that process. And then it's also great, as Cassie mentioned, with the glucosamines, it's great for joint pain, repairing cartilage.
And combating inflammation.
Wow, sounds like everybody needs to be drinking
kombucha. We treat it as medicinal.
Yeah.
We view it as medicine. We drink it as medicine. and it seems to work that way.
How come everybody doesn't know about this? I mean, I'm just listening to, and I know this is a partial list of health benefits that we're talking about. Like, the world should know about this, and I guess in some parts of the world that they do, but is it well known and well received?
It really only hit the United States in around 1990,
Wow.
so it's fairly new to the States. I'm sure it hit the West Coast first,
Yes.
but it is making its way over, and more people are learning about it, and there are local small brewers in lots of counties, even Virginia.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the largest trending or growing opportunities in the whole health food industry. It's over $500 million in sales that are done throughout the kombucha industry in the U.S. alone.
It's a huge market.
It's just the marketing for fermented foods and fermentation is really just starting to take off.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of the last components of local, organic, homegrown type foods.
Mm-hmm.
So we feel like we're hitting it right at the sweet spot,
Nice.
right as the growth is really starting to happen.
Nice. Now, we've got some brewing behind us with the fancy t-shirts that I love. I love the whole setup. How long does it take from start to bottling and ready to enjoy?
Well, it's a varying process. The kombucha is all based on temperature. So the ambient temperature makes a huge difference. So like in the wintertime, it normally will double or triple in its time frame. Unless you can keep an environment at 75 degrees, which can be costly and kind of a waste of energy.
Right.
That's where we use heated seed mats to try to keep our temperature at a constant. So it ranges from a week to 3 weeks is usually the standard process.
So not too long, and you do all of your brewing and bottling and everything right here.
That's right.
Yes.
Oh, so you don't need necessarily a big production sort of thing to really get
For
going.
where we're at now, to get going, no, not necessarily, but it is a volume-based business, as most beverages are,
Right.
and specialty items are. So if more space would be better.
We do need a production facility to really get it going off the ground. Not a huge production, not like Blue Mountain Organics, but we need our own space to where we can have a little bit of automation. Because right now it's just the two of us, and it takes up all of our time just to complete orders and try to keep up.
Nice. So that's a great segue into the next question. So lots of hours, 2 people starting a business, building a house, making that whole transition. How do you balance your wellness, other than drinking this amazing kombucha? How do you balance your wellness with all of the time that it takes to put into running a business?
It is crazy. We are building a house and running a kombucha at the same time and parenting 2 children.
Oh,
It's
wow.
crazy.
Okay.
One thing we do that works well for us is every morning we get up early before the kids and we take some time to connect. We take some time to be still and be quiet, connect to one another as a couple, and connect to our intentions for the day. And then we sort of release those intentions, knowing that if they don't happen, that it's okay. And when we do leave for the day, we tell each other to have a day instead of have a great day or have a good day.
Not setting expectations.
Be as it is.
Yeah.
Take roll in the river, allowing, just flow.
Nice.
And that really helps with our stress level.
Nice. Yeah, I like that. All you people out there, just have a day.
Have a day.
Whatever kind of day it is. Don't set the bar too high for yourself and then you're stressed out trying to make sure you have that great day. Have a day. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to incorporate that into my life.
Just have a day. Yeah.
Whatever kind of day it is, be good with that.
Non-attachment.
Yeah. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I love that. So other than the epiphany, the lightning bolt that happened to get you here to the kombuchery, what other kind of things influence your health for yourself and your family? Where do your influences come from?
We hang out with a lot of people who are deeply invested in their nutrition and their health. Our friends really guide us through our nutritional choices. Some of them have more time than us to do the research.
Yes.
There's a couple of fellows that we follow, Daniel Vitalis.
Love him. Love him.
And Matt Monarch.
Mm-hmm.
They're both pioneers in cutting in nutrition, raw foods, and staying healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And ever since we've been together, we've been growing into the whole organics community and incorporating it and trying to grow our life. And having children, we've really seen that it's a massive investment for our children to live a nutritional, well-being life. So we try to set the standard and set the example for our kids also on the way we live so then it can pass down to them.
That's nice. And it's so important for parents to be role models. I mean, we can say all the things that we need to say to our kids, but ultimately they are really watching what we do.
That's
and
right.
We're talking the talk, but not walking the walk. It all sounds good, but they're really looking at how we are embodying the things that we speak. So kudos to you guys for really embracing that and making it a part of your way of life with your family and with your business. That's really great, really exceptional. What's on the horizon for you?
Well, as we kind of alluded to, we'd love to expand business. We turn business away. There's a lot of business out there, and we're working hard to keep up with. We want to reach everybody. We want everybody to have an opportunity to have our kombucha. We just know
I want that
how
too.
amazing
I want
it is.
everyone out there to have kombucha. So
That's right. So we are working on raising money to either expand this production or have our own place.
okay.
So we're looking at various sources. We're looking through traditional lenders, we're looking through community support, and we're going to
And
be
possibly crowdfunding.
possibly a crowdfunding.
Yeah, crowdfunding is the new thing now, but a lot of people are finding success in raising money for business endeavors that way. So wonderful. So where can we, everybody out there, where now can we get your kombucha?
Right now, everywhere in Floyd, any store in Floyd,
In most restaurants.
and most restaurants as well. We're
Nice.
looking to make the move to be on tap at many restaurants.
Oh.
Even some grocery stores, perhaps. But you can find us in Roanoke, you can find us in Blacksburg.
All the way to Bedford and Abington.
Awesome.
Today we're going to be making our first delivery to a store in Lynchburg called the Health Nut Nutrition. We're as far south as Stewart, and we're in Draper. So all of our locations are on our website, and you can find out where we're at. But like Cassie said, we're trying to expand to where we're more available on tap. We're also at the Floyd Farmers Market every Saturday, and that is probably the best way to actually experience our product locally, because you can actually try it right off the tap, fresh.
You can come by and talk to us and ask questions and find out what it's all about.
Wonderful, wonderful. And you got a website. What's the website? Because we want to make sure that people can go and visit and find you. So as you're saying,
BuffaloMountainKombucha.com.
BuffaloMountainKombucha.com, and we'll make sure that's on our website too, with the link so you can find them, because you need to find kombucha. This is important stuff, let me tell you. So wonderful. Well, thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to more kombucha in my life and drinking it even more regularly and getting even more of those health benefits. That's awesome.
Great. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Mhm. Welcome to another episode of Well with Elle. Today, we're talking about cutting the electronic cord for our kids. Do you have a child who seems constantly tethered to their electronic device, whether it's their iPhone, their iPad, their Android, their computer, their Wii? All of these electronic devices seem to be taking over our children's lives. I mean, there's no debate of the fact of the sheer volume of media that is available for children today. Studies are showing that nearly 1/3 of children between the ages of 8 and 18 have a computer in their bedroom, and 2/3 of them have TV or video games in their rooms as well. Children and teens spend about as much time with their media as they do sleeping, and the overexposure can take a toll on their health. Just how is all this media exposure impacting your child's health? Well, in regard to emotional health, the evidence is pretty clear. 2 recent studies have indicated that exposure to media violence over a long period of time through video games, television, and movies has actually led to aggressive behavior such as cyberbullying, antisocial behavior, and desensitization to violence. On the physical side, The evidence, again, is all too clear. Research shows that media overexposure contributes to a sedentary lifestyle that leads to obesity, overweight, and diabetes in children. Now, while it may be unrealistic to remove all of the media influences from your children's lives completely, there are steps that you can take to bring their exposure down to more acceptable levels. First, you can set a limit. That's the easiest thing that you can do. And stick to it. Usually 2 hours of non-school screen time each day is a good place to start for most kids. Secondly, avoid bedroom electronics. One way to accomplish this is to keep computers, TV, and video games in a common area and out of the kids' bedrooms. This way, they've got to come out, and chances are they're not going to spend nearly as much time as they would be huddled up in their rooms all by themselves. Another thing that you can do is move where things get charged. If you create a charging station in a common area, like the kitchen or living room, it's not so easy for kids to have easy access to their phones, and they kind of lose the temptation to stay up all night long, texting, talking, Facebooking, and doing whatever it is that they do in the middle of the night. Also, push exercise. What a great way to get your kids away from media and beat the obesity and overweight issue by keeping your kids active. Get them involved at an early age so it just becomes what they do. Encourage your children to be more social as well. Interesting, in this time of so much social media, children really aren't developing the social skills that we used to when we didn't have all of this social media. So try to boost their involvement in activities like sports or drama, even the yearbook. Getting them out and getting them around other children, again, gets them away from media and helps them develop skills that are going to last them much longer in life. And lastly, practice what you preach. Parents have to be role models and set good examples. You can't tell your kid to only have a few hours of media time or TV time when you yourself are a couch potato sitting around not getting exercise. They hear what you say, but they definitely watch what you do. Now, again, while you may not be able to prevent all exposure to many media that's available to your kids, you can do a lot to control it. And the media flow that you control will help your child find balance that will last them a lifetime. Today on Fit in 5, we're going to be working out those legs, starting off with a side leg lift. On your left side, we're going to be lifting that right leg. Ready? Let's go. You want to make sure that you keep your foot nice and flexed, and make sure that you're supporting your body with your front arm. Don't want to lean in too much. Don't want to lean back too much. Try to keep your body straight and well supported. You're going to start to feel that burn in a little while. Guess I'm already feeling it because I can't even talk through the exercise, but I know you're doing great out there. Only 5 minutes and we're going to have it together. All right, we're almost finished with this, and from this exercise we're going to go straight into a leg kick with the right leg. So now we're going to kick back, still supporting that body with your front arm. We're just going to kick backwards. You're really going to start to feel that in that right quad. But that's exactly what we want to happen because we're working those legs. I know you feel the burn because I definitely do. Make sure that your hips aren't moving too much either direction, and that you're not moving your body or swinging too much either. You want to have a nice controlled motion. Whew, I'm definitely feeling the burn on this one. All right, and we're almost done with this exercise. 5 minutes is going by really fast. Next, we're going to do our inner thigh raises. So bring that right leg over top of the left leg. Reposition yourself, make sure you're comfortable, and we're going to lift that left leg straight up, working the inner thigh on the left leg. For this one, you can keep your foot flexed or you can point your toe, either way. But again, you don't want too much movement in your body. You don't want to swing. Make sure that you're lifting your leg straight up in the air. Doesn't have to lift up high to be really, really effective. Challenge yourself, take your time with it. All right, and now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So let's swap over, down on your left hip, and we're going to start with leg raises on the left side. Remember to support your body really well, and we're going to do those leg raises. Keep your foot nice and flexed, leg nice and tight. If you need to, you can bend that lower leg. That might make it a little easier for you, give you a little bit more support. I like to keep mine straight though. And again, you don't have to go fast. You can take your time. This isn't a speed drill. And keep it going. Same thing, we're going to move right into those back kicks. So we want to go back. Remember, don't rock your body too much. Try to keep it straight. Nice controlled motion. Woo! I'm feeling that burn. I don't know about you, but this is going to be a good 5-minute workout. And everybody's got 5 minutes. 5 minutes of Facebook time, 5 minutes of commercial time in between your favorite TV show. Nice controlled kickback. Feel that burn. That means you're really working those muscles. All right, we're going to go to inner leg thigh lifts now. So you're going to take that left leg, bring it over the right leg, just above the knee. Reposition and support yourself again. And we're going to lift that right leg up, working the inner thigh again. Remember, you don't have to lift it too high. You don't have to go too fast. This isn't a speed drill. You're going to be doing this a lot, so you can challenge yourself. Maybe right now you can only do one and have to take a break. That's okay. There's no rules. Just want to keep it going. Really work that inner thigh. It's amazing what you can accomplish in 5 minutes. All right, now we're going to do hamstring curls. I want you to roll over on your stomach, support yourself with your elbows. These are going to be easy, maybe give you a little bit of a break. Feet flexed, we're just going to bring those feet in toward your buttocks. Together, you can keep them together if you want or keep them separate. Make sure you're not working too hard that you're going to hurt your back. You don't want to hurt your lower back doing this. But just bring them in. And try not to let your feet touch the ground. It'll give you a little bit more resistance as you're doing this exercise. And really work those quads, and you're working your glute a little bit as well. Again, not a speed drill. You don't have to do too many. Work at your own pace and challenge yourself to do more each time you do the exercise. All right, we're going to transition to our next exercise, which is quad lifts. So I want you to roll back over. We're going to sit up. Legs straight out in front of you. You want to have your hands behind you. Either way is fine. I want my fingers pointing backwards. And you're going to make sure that you flex your feet for this one. And one leg at a time, you're going to alternate and just lift straight up and straight down again. Again, you don't have to lift too high. If you can only get this high, that's fine. There's no rules or regulations. The idea is to get moving and get working out. And you want to make sure that the movement is controlled. You don't want to let it up and just drop it. Make sure that you control it. Also make sure that your back stays straight. You don't want to do this. All right, we would definitely feel it right in here, working those quadriceps, working those hip flexors, really working those muscles. We're almost there. This is the best 5 minutes of your day. I know it has been for me. And we're done with that one. 2 more exercises. So we're going to stand up this time. And we're going to be doing static lunges. Right leg first, so you're going to put your right leg straight out in front of you. Not too far in front, because when you go down, you want to make sure that your knee stays over top of your ankle. And we're just going to do static lunges. Straight down, straight back up again. If you need to hold on to something for balance, that's fine. Grab a chair, grab your husband, grab your kids, grab a wall, whatever works for you for your balance. You want to go down and up. Again, go down as far as you can to maintain balance. And you're working those quads, you're working the glutes, you're getting a lot of leg work out here. Keeping your hands on your hips will also help you to maintain balance as well. All right, coming up on our last exercise, we're just going to turn sides. Do the same thing on the left side. Again, we're going to put our leg out in front of us, left leg out in front, not too far out because we don't want that knee going beyond the ankle. And we're going right back to static lunges again. Down and up. Anytime you're exercising, make sure that you're breathing because that's really, really important. Keep your balance. Again, if you've got to hold on to something, find a chair, or if you've got to get next to a wall to do this until you get stronger and can maintain your balance, that's fine. Try to keep your hips facing forward as well. And make sure that you keep your body straight. You don't want to lean forward or lean back. Really work on keeping good balance and good posture when you exercise because you don't want to hurt yourself. And we're just about done. A couple more. Come on up and turn to the front. You just got fit in 5.